We're going to get this thing started at 8:20 folks. Sorry about the timing being all over the place. Work has been crazy. (35-21) Heels stops the run and upsets GT at home. My prediction. Haha. Exited to see Jeffs get back coach Saturday. The Monster Mash. It was the mash, the Monster Mash. Ivan to suck your blood. Don't say that, British ghost dude.
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody hanging out. We got Mitchell in the house. Of course, my man Preston's in the house. I think Scott was in here earlier. What else we got, man? Rec Talk. Hey, are we still on for tonight, bro? I forgot to reach out to you via text, man. My bad. Nick is in the house, our local Wolfpacker. The rival kid is here. Nick is in the house. How I know? You're British? Yeah, I hear you, bro. Okay, I got you, Rec. I'm going to try to keep this probably about an hour 15, man, so we have some time. Hopefully me and you can get started about 9:45, 10 o'clock, man. That's kind of the game plan because I still got our early morning, bro, and I want to give you some time. Give you some time, dude. So how's everybody going, man? How's everybody doing? How's everybody stinking doing, bro? The hurricane is through. You know, prayers for all the people down in Tampa, man. They got hit pretty hard, but Helene was actually much worse for us than Milton was. So it's kind of one of those weird things where you're very grateful, you know, that you didn't, have to endure too much. But then a lot of people got hit stinking pretty hard,
I like
man.
that
So
spooky stuff you got going on.
yeah, Preston, I hear you, bro. So yeah, I kind of like the theme, man. I'm one of those theme guys, bro. I'm one of the we talked about this last time. I like pumpkin themed stuff during October and November, Christmas themed stuff, so we'll switch it up then too, bro. So I'm one of those kind of guys, man. But yeah, so I was gonna do it Friday, man, and then stinking, I apologize. I appreciate everybody jumping in here, dude. Obviously, work is switching everything around. I had a job that wasn't supposed to happen, and because of the hurricane, and then it wasn't as bad as everybody anticipated, so then that job came back up, and your boy has to go work because bills still got to get paid, man. So I appreciate everybody hanging out here on a stinking Thursday night. That's where we've been doing, this crap, for the last couple of weeks anyway, man, because work. Still got to work, man. But anyway, appreciate everybody hanging out, bro. And we'll jump right into it, bro. We'll jump right into it. So, because we're going to try to keep this nice and stinking tight. So, 4-2, Georgia Tech, 2-2 in the ACC. They come to Chapel Hill for a noon kick against the North Carolina Tar Heels on the CW network, which is insane to me. Georgia Tech is a pretty good daggone ACC team, and you got North Carolina. I don't know how this game makes it onto the ACC network, and I'm really surprised that it's a noon kick. It's just, it's still kind of shocking to me that they put this game right there, dude. But nonetheless, noon kick against Georgia Tech on the CW network, and Carolina is going to be going with the throwback look. And I got mixed emotions about this. I got stinking mixed emotions about this, bro. I don't think the Tar Heels have earned this stinking jersey at all. But then on the flip side of that, I can't help but wonder if this is like a last bit attempt at garnering some kind of stinking juice for this football game. When I look at this jersey, which I love this jersey, Preston with the 20, bro. We're going to shock the stinking world. I love it, man. I appreciate you, Preston. I appreciate the 20, brother. And I you know me, brother. I hope that is the stinking case. And hopefully we can bring some of that mid-90s juice to this Georgia Tech game. And that's got to be what this is thinking about, man, because I think it's just anything to get fans in the stands, anything to get this stinking team juiced up, and once again, I love this look, bro. This is, I don't care, not even a homer. That is 100% one of the best, if not the best home uniforms in college football. I don't care what you say. Make fun of me if you want to, but that is a stinking clean look. So at least our uniforms will look good on Saturday. Who the heck knows if the product on the field will stinking follow suit. Let me get you up here, Preston, where you belong on the throne, brother. I appreciate you one more time, man, for the stinking 20. You know you're my stinking dude. For those of you that don't know yet, just to make sure that everybody's aware, I will be at the Wake Forest game, and I'll be over there hanging out with Preston and his crew, man. So if you're going to go to a game this year, you want to come hang out. Wake Forest, November 16th. It will be your boy's 38th birthday, so we're going to have a stinking good time. A good stinking time. Now, the weather is looking stinking perfect, bro. Look at that. 12 p.m. kick, bro. 70 with the 6-mile-per-hour wind. You know, it might be 30,000 people in the stinking stadium. You're going to have plenty of elbow room,
Moorhead
dude.
Planetarium lot. Everyone come on.
Hey, just like Preston said, man. Everybody come hang out with Preston, bro. Is good people, man. Good stinking people. Rec, you even go over there, bro. Go hang out with Preston, man. Good dude over at the Moorhead Planetarium, man. So, 70 degrees at kick, 6-mile-per-hour wind, bro. Sunny. Just a beautiful stinking day in Chapel Hill. So, you know, if you're from out of town, you're visiting the first time, it's kind of going to be unfortunate because I do anticipate that there's not going to be a very good crowd there. Probably a lot of Georgia Tech fans coming up from Atlanta. But the weather will be perfect, and you will be able to take in the beauty that is Kenan Stadium and Chapel Hill. Yeah, Preston, he'll take care of you, brother. He'll take care of you, man. So the weather looks really good. Weather looks really good. So a couple of opening comments, dude, before we open up these phone lines. Georgia Tech is 33-22-3 all time against North Carolina. Now, North Carolina does have a 14-12-2 record in Chapel Hill. Now, there's two big things that I'm looking for in this stinking game, man. Two big things that I'm looking for in this football game. Haynes King versus the North Carolina defense. Now, Haynes has 1,441 yards passing, 8 touchdowns to only 1 interception. But the asterisk that you're going to put beside that is the fact that the kid's also got 246 on the ground with 4 scores rushing. Now, we as Carolina fans, we know how Carolina has not fared well against guys that can, move the football with their feet, if you will. A la Alonzo Barrett had 7 touchdowns total. I think, 5 passing and 2 rushing, something like that, with almost 500 yards of total offense. Eli Holstein had about 350. He had like 350 passing with 3 touchdowns, and he had another 75 or something like that rushing with another rushing touchdown. Carolina does not do well, for whatever reason, in Mac Brown 2.0 with running quarterbacks. We just do not fare well with guys that can +1 us and move the ball with their feet. So one of the things that we're going to have to look for in this game, if North Carolina is going to have any opportunity to beat Georgia Tech and in this 3-game streak, is they are going to have to stop Haynes King from that dual threat capability. And to be completely honest with you, I do not know if Carolina is capable of doing that. Carolina ranks 93rd nationally in total defense, 112th in pass defense, and they also are average, or they're 52nd in the country in rush defense, which is kind of surprising to me. But all of that adds up to 15th in total defense in the Atlantic Coast Conference. So the Jeff Collins hire, while it looked to be pretty fruitful in the beginning, these last couple of weeks have been pretty daggum bad. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. Carolina obviously got hammered 70-50 against JMU. They blew a 20-point lead and were outscored 21-3 in the second half against Duke. And then they just were like a no-show on offense and defense in the Pitt game in the fourth quarter. I think it was 24-24 going into the fourth, and Pitt outscored them 10-0. And that's been Carolina's unfortunate problem, is the inability to finish football games. The inability to finish seasons, the inability to finish football games, and unfortunately that inability to finish has come early this year, and we have gotten no signs of anything changing if you will. Now, the second thing that I'm excited about watching in this football game, aside from Haynes King and that UNC defense, that matchup, how they attack each other, is I think Omarion Hampton and Kyle Eford is going to be a really fun matchup to watch. Now, I, for one, am hoping that somehow these two guys end up meeting each other one-on-one in the hole a couple of times, dude, because I think that's going to be stinking fantastic. Eford is a stinking backer, dude, that I really like. He looks like the juggernaut out there with the stinking cowboy collar. Bring cowboy collars back. And I want to see him and Big O, in some Oklahoma drills, just hammering each other. I think that's going to be really good, stinking football to watch. You got arguably the best running back in the entire country who has basically earned every yard that he has to this point because he's not getting a ton of blocking. And then you got a guy in Kyle Eford that loves the challenge. He loves the stinking fill the hole, bro. So that's going to be a really interesting thing to watch. Rex said you got to win this game throwing the football. And I'm going to talk about that in a second because I was just about to hit that point. I think that as good as Kyle Eford is in his run defense, he's subject to getting burned in the passing game. So I'm liking to attack him, man. Get him at his aggressiveness. If he's lined up on John Copenhaver, or if he's happens to be covering for whatever reason a guy like Bryson Nesbitt, 100%, bro. That is a guy that you need to be looking at as your number one read. You need to be feeding off of that. Attack his aggressiveness and make him kind of get second guessing, getting downhill against Omarion and getting in his run fit. So, like I said, Omarion Hampton, Kyle Eford, or you can even say UNC's offense and the attempting to, pick on, if you will, to a certain extent, that weakness. He's got a great strength, great strength. I'm looking really forward to watching that dude get downhill. But at the same time, he could be subject to getting, hurt in the passing game. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Now, real quick before we open up the phone lines, interesting thing that I also want to talk about, and it's kind of like not necessarily pertaining to the Georgia Tech game, but this is for the Tar Heels in here. I read a really interesting column. If you get a chance, man, the Daily Tar Heels got a column called Mac Brown 2.0 era is over. And then it has the question, was it ever here? Was it really ever here? And has anything ever even changed? It's really interesting that, what's up, Keith? It's time for Mac to bring in the blue team like Dean did in the day. Let these seniors know they can be replaced. Just my opinion. Hey, I understand that, brother. I completely understand that sentiment. And here's the thing, bro. This was supposed to be the year, man. There's 8, 9 seniors on this stinking defense that are 4 or 5-star guys, high 3-star guys. And then you got another stinking 8, 9 on the offense that are supposed to be competent football players. If he doesn't get the blue team in this year, guess what? 2025 is going to be full of the stinking blue team, bro. Or the second team, however you want to put it. Now, one of the interesting things is that in Mac Brown's presser, he literally said the phrase or the statement, "I don't know," 21 times. Shout out to the Daily Tar Heel for running this piece because they went back and counted it. And it's the fact that, the Heels don't have any answers, and it starts with stinking Mac Brown. Why is your defense failing down the stretch? I don't know. We'll have to go back and look at it. Hey, Mac, do you have any answers about this? Well, Jeff Collins and Chip Lindsey, they're going to come in here later. I don't want to stink and steal their thunder. It's time for you to take onus. It's time for you to take responsibility and accountability for what's transpiring with this team. And that's another thing for the techies that are in here, man. The techies that are in here that, it makes sense, and I know it's good for the goose is good for the gander, if you will, with, Carolina's defense averaging 29 points a game, giving up 29 points a game, and blaming it on Jeff Collins. But here's the deal, man. Bateman's last year, it was 32, 33 points a game. The last couple of games of Gene Chiswick's ride He was giving up like 37.7 points per game. Carolina's giving up 29 right now. It doesn't look like it's improved greatly, but there have been some improvements. But it's still not a competent defense, especially with all the stinking guys that you have on here that were highly rated, highly recruited dudes. So 21 times your head coach, Hall of Famer, saying, I don't know, after about 40 years of stinking coaching. That's unacceptable. It's not good. And quite frankly, as Tar Heel Nation, I know that I can speak for a lot of people. We're tired of hearing it. 5 top 30 classes. 5 top 30 classes. It's all come to a head in 2024. And no, we don't have Sam Howell or Drake May, but you got a ton of talent everywhere else. And we just have really not been able to pull that talent out of these guys. Another interesting statistic before we get these stinking phone lines open. Mac Brown, in his first 71 games in this second stint, is 41-30. 41-30, Mac Brown in his first 71 games in Mac Brown 2.0. You know what Larry Fedora's record was in his first 71 games? 41-30. That's crazy to me. That is literally insane to me. And, you know, has recruiting gone up? Yes. Has the product on the field gone up? No. That's what's so insane about this whole Mac Brown thing is you got a Hall of Famer who's got the same record as a Larry Fedora with more talent than Larry Fedora. And you do with that information what you want, but I thought that was a ridiculous stinking statistic, and it's something that we should be taking heed to. You know, in 2 days, he could have a worse winning percentage than Larry Fedora. So, who was run out of Chapel Hill. For good reason. He won 5 games in his last two years. That's unacceptable. Rex said, Jeff gives up a point less a game, but you got a historic loss with it. Hey, 100%. No excuse for that, brother. You are not going to hear me go to battle for a guy that gives up 70 points against a team that scored 13 against Gardner-Webb. It's unacceptable. It's disgusting. And definitely not going to bat for him on that one. Now, he's a Tar Heel right now, so obviously he's my stinking guy, but he needs to stinking do something and show us why, you know, we need to retain him long term. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sit there and say that the dude needs to get, you know, fired or anything like that after 1 year. But if you can't do it right now, dude, with all the talent that you got, goodness, man, what are you going to do next year when all this stinking talent is gone? And maybe it's character. Maybe some of these younger guys got more character and they're going to be able to stinking pick up the mantle. I don't know. But Carolina's running out of time right here. And I want to see some emotion Saturday. I want to see guys playing hard, flying around. I want to see hats to the stinking football. And, you know, because we just really haven't seen that drive, that passion ever since that JMU game, dude. Just seems like it's been a different football team, a different vibe. The stadium's been different. Mac Brown's been different. The players on the field have been different. It's just been a crazy stinking last couple of weeks. And this is a tremendous opportunity for them to do something heading into their first bye of the season. So without further ado, man, the phone lines are open. Give me a stinking call if you want to call in. We're going to predict the score. And additionally, I want you to give me some kind of spooky story, anything that's transpired in your life. Try to make it quicker so that we can get a couple of people in here. Give me 1 second. Let me get you in here. I'm going to get it. Promise. All right. You're on the phone with Russ, baby. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Russ.
What's up?
Wolfpack fan here, man. What's going on?
What's
man?
going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, in my same spot, man, with my chubby cat.
I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. What's going on? What you got for me today, Sky?
Hey, man, let me go ahead and give you a score, man.
Give me the score, brother. What you got, man? Carolina, Georgia Tech. Give me the score.
I'm going to shock you.
Okay.
I think Carolina comes to play, man.
Carolina comes to play.
Tight
Okay.
game. Tight game. 24-20, Carolina.
24-20, Carolina. Wow.
Tight game. What do you think, man?
What?
Russ. Hello? 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 Russ. Russ. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Russ.
Scott, can you hear me?
Russ.
Scott, can you hear me? Hold on, man. I'm going to have to get you out of here and get you to call back, man. My bad.
Russ.
My bad, guys. Obviously, you know how I do things, man. Stinking user error. No sound detected through your microphone. Hold on. Let me fix this real quick. Should be good. Can everybody hear me still? Y'all give me a stinking thumbs up if you can hear me. Should be able to stinking hear me. Let's see. Let's try this again. Let's try this again.
We can hear.
Hey, what's going on? You're on the phone with Russ.
Hey, man, what happened?
I have no idea, brother. My apologies, man. I think I bumped my my cheap microphone here, and it all went out of stinking whack, dude. So you're back on. I'm sorry, brother.
Hey, that's all right, man. So listen, man, I was looking at some Bear Bryant video. You know who I'm talking about?
Of course, yeah.
I'm gonna throw you something that he said. He said that he says to his players ever so often, but he reads it every day to himself. Can I read it to you, man?
Read it to me, man. Read it to me.
Now, this is what he says to his football. This is what he said to his football players.
Okay.
All right. My eyesight ain't that good no more, but let me look at it. Here we go. This should get you motivated, man.
Get me
This
motivated.
is the difference between Bear Bryant and your coach and my coach.
Okay.
This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is very important because I'm exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving something in its place I have traded for it. I want it to be a gain, not a loss. Good, not evil. Success, not failure. In order that I shall not regret the price I paid for it. And he said he read that to himself every day, man.
I mean, yeah. Hey, make the day count, bro. Make the day count. Make the day count. I mean, it's one of the issues that we have, you know, with a lot of the Carolina football players. And I'm sure y'all have some of that over there at State. You know, this year. I don't think it was necessarily y'all's issue last year because I thought y'all had a pretty good culture over there. But one of Carolina's biggest issues is they got all the talent in the world, man, but you really wonder if some of these kids thinking buy-in, dude. You really stinking wonder some of the kids buy-in. And, you know, that's therein lies the culture issue. You know, you got dudes that look the part coming off the bus, and they just don't have that stinking dog in them. And you know, it starts with Mac. You think Mac is getting those kids like that? Nah, he's talking about being a good kid. And
Russ, where's the motivation come from then, man? Does it come from within, or does the coach have to give it to you?
It's got to come from within yourself, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no excuse. You know, another player can sit there and pat you on the ass and tell you, "Hey, bro, let's stink and go." It's me and you, bro, back to back. You know, we're gonna stink and fight through this. So I'm not really big on just saying like, it's solely Mac's fault. I'm just saying that Mac provides almost zero motivation, and then his players have seemingly, in my, anecdotal evidence as a former football player is, he's not providing any juice, and then the players don't look like they're providing each other any juice. And so you have this just going through the motions, product that's on the field, and, you're getting your ass handed to you by kids that actually stink and care. And that is the issue. That's one of the biggest issues.
Well, even though Alabama lost last week, did you see the video of the kid kicking the football?
Yeah, I did. And you know what? There's a part of me that says, "Hey, bro, get his ass off the stinking field," because that's not how you stink and conduct yourself. But at the same time, I appreciate the fact that stinking kid cared.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what's needed in your program and my program.
100%, bro. Without all the stinking extracurricular shenanigans and being a stinking fool and doing all that crap. Hey, you don't have to do that, bro. And getting your other kids, the other kids, you don't have to be that way to show and voice your displeasure with getting your ass handed to you by a Vanderbilt team. But that's all we want, man. I want you to care like I care. Why do I care more than you care? Why does me as a fan who goes out and works every day and I come home and do this stuff, why am I putting more into this than it seems like you do? Because you're just like, hey, bro, I'm not going to let this affect me. I'm going to go home and, we'll move on. Nah, bro, that's not how it should be, man. And it infuriates me. It ticks me off. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's just, it ain't just kids these days, because the simple fact of the matter is there are plenty of teams out there with some stinking dogs. They're not wearing Carolina blue right now. And it's not that they've never worn Carolina blue, because we've had the mid-90s. Even with all the talk about everything that Butch Davis did and everything, with some of the guys that he was bringing in and how he got them in, that's another side of the story. You can't dispute that at least those guys, Quan Sturdivant, Bruce Carter, Robert Quinn, those dudes were stinking dogs. And, you weren't just coming into stinking Chapel Hill and embarrassing us, because there was a different culture. It was a different culture. It was a football culture. It was starting to build to be a football culture, and that's what we got to get back. So, Scott, hey, tell me a spooky thing, man. What's a spooky thing that's happened to you?
A spooky thing.
Yeah, something that's happened to you, man.
I've almost died twice. How about that?
Oh, wow. Is it something you can share real quick?
Yeah, I was in a fire, a house fire one time.
Oh my goodness, man. That's terrifying.
I woke up, I was 6 years old, man, Christmas Eve.
Wow.
I woke up in the middle of the night, had bunk beds, and smelled smoke, jumped off the top bunk, ran into the living room, pulled the curtain back, and seen fire.
Goodness.
Ran down the hallway, hollered, "Daddy, Daddy, trailer's on fire! The trailer's on fire!"
Oof.
He looked out his bedroom window and saw the flickering of the shadows, and he said, "It is. Get out! Get out!" That was one time, and then another time I was probably about 6 or 7, and I was at Carr Lake, walking out there about chest. I was probably about 3 foot tall, baby, 3.5 foot tall. Walking out there, my dad's sitting in the chair looking at the newspaper. I'm walking out there, but the water's about chest high, and all of a sudden the bottom gave out.
Oh wow!
So now I am underwater, hitting the bottom, bouncing back up, screaming. My dad and waving. My dad thought I was waving hello. He's waving back at me. By the grace of God, man, my toes caught the side of the muddy bottom, and I was able to get out, man.
Wow.
Is that scary enough for you?
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I mean, I was kind of going for paranormal, but at the same time, that's pretty stinking terrifying. So I hear you, brother.
You know what, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, God had a plan for me, my friend, and I'm still here.
I hear you. I hear you, brother. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. Even though
Hey,
you're
man,
pulling for the
I'm gonna
wrong
let you go
team.
because I know you got I know you got other callers, man, and it's getting about close to my bedtime. You know me, I'm an early riser, and I will be listening to the Carolina game on Saturday since State don't play till Saturday night.
I hear you, brother. All right, man. Well, come check us out, man. You have a good night, brother.
All right, brother.
All
Take
right,
care,
man.
sir.
All right, later.
All right.
My man. My stinking man. Let's see. You got another one in here. Let's get him in. You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
Russ, how's my favorite Floridian doing?
Oh, my goodness. My man, Preston. What's up, baby?
Oh, just chilling out.
I hear you. I hear you. What you got for me today, man? What we going to do? I need that homer love, man. Give me some homer love.
You know I've got to. We could be playing Alabama or Georgia. I'd pick us to win.
Yes, sir.
28-27.
28-27.
We're due. We got to play well, man.
Is there anything
we've
that's
had too
pointing
many
you in that
stinkers.
direction? Anything that's pointing you in that direction?
Well, no offense to our Georgia Tech friends that's here. Georgia Tech's not that good. I mean, they beat Florida State. I watched that game. They did dominate both. Honestly, that's the only game I've seen of Georgia Tech this year. But they did dominate both lines of scrimmage, but Florida State's not any good. So if our guys come out and play with pride and passion, we've got a chance, man.
That's the question. Can they come out and play with pride and passion? Now, I'm a little surprised at, because I'm a big Jamal Haynes fan, if you will. Not a fan, but I recognize talent when I see it, and I think that Georgia Tech did a great job moving him from wide receiver. I think he's a very capable back. He's real shifty. He killed Carolina last year down in Atlanta. Malik Rutherford is a guy that, he gets into high gear, dude. I mean, let me rephrase that. He gets downhill like as soon as he touches the football, and that's scary to me. And then you got Haynes King's just dual threat ability.
Yeah,
and
the dual threat's gonna.
It bothers the crap out of me, man. Until we can stink and fix that. And here's what makes me really nervous, to be honest with you. Haynes has got a really high completion percentage, but it's not because he's throwing the ball downfield a lot, man. He's getting that ball out quick out there on screens and really short passes and just letting his guys work. And we know that Carolina has struggled tackling in the open field for like stretches. It's like one minute they're tackling well, and then the next minute, it doesn't matter what happens, they can't stink and tackle anybody. And so I think here's another thing that scares me. I don't have these numbers in front of me, but if I'm not mistaken, Georgia Tech is like a top 25 team in explosive plays, and Carolina is one of the worst teams in the country in explosive plays allowed. Once again,
that's not a good matchup there.
It scares me. Now, like you said, once again, and this is the drum we've been beating all stinking year, is we can play with anybody if we bring it, but we just haven't been bringing it, man. And until they do, Preston,
Oh, I agree. Look, every week I keep getting more and more deflation.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting. When we're good, we lose to Tech. When we're not good, we beat them. So maybe we kind of fall into that we're not good right now, and maybe we'll end up shocking the world on Saturday and getting a W, man. We need it. Good night. We need it bad. So
that's the truth.
So what you got, man? Tell me something spooky.
Shoot, the spookiest thing I've seen was 70-50.
That was pretty stinking spooky, wasn't it?
Yeah. I still have nightmares about that.
Yeah, man. Stinking disgusting, bro. Just absolutely disgusting. It's, and there were no signs that would happen. None. Zero.
None.
Zilch.
Yeah.
That's what's...
And then the fact that they lost to Louisiana Monroe. I don't know who it was they lost to last week.
Yep.
But, geez.
And once again,
That was stinking.
Yeah, stinking, right. Yeah, they held, and then ULM held them to under 20 points. So they were held to under 20 points by ULM and Gardner Webb, and we we gave up 70. You can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't make it up, man. I mean, if that's not Carolina football in a nutshell, dude, I don't know. You know, it just it defies logic. Like you said, bro, scariest thing, 70-50. It's out of nowhere.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
all right, Russ. Well, it's good to talk to you guys.
I appreciate you, brother. Hope you enjoy it on Saturday, man. Hey, if you guys are in here, dude, go hang out with Preston at the planetarium, bro. Good stinking people. He'll take care of you, man. I appreciate you, Preston.
For real, we got some good food cooking too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, brother. All right, my man, my stinking guy. I can't wait to see him November 16th. Once again, bro, Preston is the stinking guy, man. So y'all get out there to the planetarium and check your boy out, dude. We got another one in here. You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
What's going on, Russ? It is your
man.
favorite rival boy here.
Oh,
Nick,
man, it's
Wolf
Nick.
Packer.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's going on, Tar Hole fans?
I hear you, dude. I hear you. It's better than being a Wolf Packer. What's up, man? What you got for me tonight?
Nothing really, man. Just hanging around, looking into football this Saturday, man. Excited, pumped, ready to get a win, man. I'm tired of losing as well.
I hear that, man. I hear that. I stinking hear that, bro. What you got? What's the Carolina Georgia Tech score going to be?
Well, if I'm going to throw my earliest prediction, I'm going to say if y'all don't bring on some offense, I'm going to say Georgia Tech, which, don't get me wrong, they look strong early in the season against Florida
Someone
State,
has to
but
win
we
when
all know the
UNC
truth and
plays
reality.
Lowell
Florida
State.
State is trash now. So there again, I'm going to say Carolina's probably going to pull away within a field goal. That's just my honest prediction right now.
So you think Carolina wins? What's the final?
23-20, we'll say that.
23-20 Carolina.
Yeah, with a
wow.
field goal if you're even lucky to get in range within the final minute of the game.
Hey, bro, I'll take it, man. I don't care if it's by half a point.
I'm calling it fourth down, 4th and 30, kicking a field goal, misses, or make. It's miss or make situation, you know?
So they make it to win the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, all right.
We'll say that, yeah.
I got you. Okay. 23-20, a Wolfpacker picks the Hills, man. Well, I tell you what, I'll take it from wherever I can, dude. I don't stinking care, bro. So.
Hey, you need it, brother. Right now, we're both in the struggle bus. The uglies versus the uglies. Bandaged up. We need to get some runs going.
I hear you. I hear you, man. What's tell me something spooky, Nick. What's the spookiest thing that happened to you real quick, bro?
Well, hey, one spooky thing from a Wolfpacker, that Clemson game, that game was horse crap.
Yeah. I mean, did y'all really expect anything different going to Death Valley with a freshman quarterback?
I mean, Bailey's done better than
McCall. Yeah, that's true.
McCall right now. I mean, he got hurt, man. I think he hit his head, and he had a serious injury, but good news is he came back from the hospital, and he was all right.
That is a good thing, bro. That is
Actually, Pop singing last week was pretty spooky.
Like, that hit he took straight to the dome. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. It was a bad hit, bro. It was a bad hit.
Yeah.
So good thing the kid's okay, man. Good thing the stinking kid is okay. So the state win this week?
Sure. Well, we got to take on Syracuse. I got to say our offense needs to improve some. We haven't shown anything on that this year. I mean, our defense is where it needs to be, but we just got to get advantages on third down stops. We got to get third down conversions as well on offense. We can't afford to be punting too much early in the game. We got to start getting first downs on third downs drives.
Extended drives, yep.
I mean, CJ Bailey needs to come and play our receivers. KC needs to find the ball and be protected and basically get to the end zone is what I'm saying. KC Concepcion got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. That's
Everybody knows it happens to them.
Yep, they sure do. I think y'all are using him a little bit too much in the beginning of the season. But because
I'll agree to that.
he had a ton of touches, man. But yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll stink and see. It might be 3-9 Carolina versus 3-9 NC State at the end of the year.
I don't think we're gonna be 3-9, Bubba. We
Well,
ain't
I
that
hope-
kind of football program.
I hear you.
Thorne's gonna get them right.
I hear you. Well, we'll see, man. Well, I appreciate the call, Nick. You with the lady tonight?
No, she's in there watching a movie. I'm in here with the call with the boys, man. Got to stick with the YouTube fans.
I hear you, man. Well, I appreciate you giving us a call, brother. And
I will, man.
I appreciate the Tar Heel love, man. 23-20,
All right.
Carolina from Nick. So.
Yeah. And hey, before we go, I'd like to ask for you guys to please keep this in your prayers. I've had family that went down to Florida where that hurricane is, and they're going through some tough times right now, man. They had a wreck, and they're on the side of the road, and we've tried everything to get in contact, and right now they don't have any cell service.
Oh, wow, man. Wow. I hate to hear that.
Please.
Brother.
I mean, they got a newborn baby in the car, and it's just rough right now. I mean,
Yeah.
we're
Absolutely,
scared half to
Nick.
death.
Well, hey, keep us updated on that, man. I hope everybody's okay, brother, and I'm sure everything will work out, man. So I know that's a tough predicament to be in, dude. I hate to hear that, Nick.
Yeah, I know, man.
So,
Just got to live it one day at a time, what God gives you, man.
there
Can't
you
rush
go.
it.
There you go, man. There you go. All right, brother. Well, keep us updated, okay, man?
All right. See you guys.
All
Thanks
right,
for
bro.
having me tonight.
All right, man. Have a good night. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's terrible, dude. Good night. That's a scary situation, man. That's a scary situation. I remember when I was moving to Florida, actually, I used to have a fifth wheel. And contrary to my intelligent wife, I'll have to tell you guys this story later. We got one coming in here. Telling me to change the tires on the fifth wheel. Let's just say that we had a situation. What's going on, baby? You on the phone with Russ? Who am I speaking to?
This is Paul. I'm a Georgia Tech fan here, brother.
My man, I
But
like
love
it.
your show. I love your show.
I appreciate you,
I ain't
bro.
gonna get any love, though.
Paul, good to have you, man. What's going on today, brother? What you got for me?
Nothing. I'm driving home for the weekend. It's been a long weekend with my family, but right now, I don't feel the love for the Tar Heels, so I'm thinking 34 Tech, 17 holes.
34-17, Georgia
That
Tech.
hurt you.
It's that's actually the score that my son picked.
Oh. Yeah,
Yep.
he's a man.
Yeah, he said he's tired of the L's too, man. He said, "Hey, Dad, I don't think they got the juice, man. 34-17 Tech." So
Yeah. But enjoy your show, and I feel your pain, brother. I've been through it for a long time. So. I don't know if you can still hear me. Sorry, I'm in the car. But I may have lost you, so
hey, Paul, you still there?
good luck. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, brother. I'm sorry, man. Hey, it keeps happening, Rec. It keeps thinking happening, bro. I got to get this thing replaced, man. I got to get this. Every time I bump it, it stinking happens, dude. So Paul said 34-17. I'll change my son's. My son actually said 35-17. So I was going to tell him that he had to change his score, but my son actually wanted 35-17 anyway. So anyway, can you guys still hear me? Yeah, I'm going to, Rec. I'll eventually get it stinking fixed, bro. This thing is getting loose and everything, and every time I stinking bump it, it goes out, man. So I'll get it fixed eventually. 11.37 million to 0 final score prediction. I hear you, Rec. So anyway, yeah, talking about being stranded on the side of the road, dude. He had a fifth wheel, and both tires on the right side blew out in New Mexico. So we still had to come all the way to stinking Florida and let's just say that thing was leaning on the side of the highway at night, and it was terrible.
223-0 UNC.
Hey, tell them. All-time record, bro. All-time stinking record. So we actually got 3 Georgia Tech and 3 Carolina. Really surprised, man. I mean, Carolina might stink and bring the juice, bro. Cumberland's a better team. I don't know about all that now, dude. I don't know about all that. Stinking Cumberland. So, but yeah, man. We'll see, bro. We'll see if Carolina can stink and bring the juice, man. It's the last game before the stinking bye. You know, lay it all out on the table. Let's see what Carolina can do. Rec Talk loves Jeff Collins, Josh88. Y'all may see Rec get kicked out of Kenan Stadium on Saturday. Apparently, he's got seats behind the Carolina bench, and he's going to be giving Jeff Collins all kind of stinking hell. And I don't think he's just talking. I really think that he's about it. So, if you're anywhere around the Carolina stinking bench, just be ready for a show, because I'm sure that it's going to end up stinking happening. But yeah, we'll see if Carolina can stink and bring the juice, bro. I wouldn't put it past them. I just haven't stinking seen anything to give me that inkling that that's what's going to transpire. Rex said my life was hell for 3 years, man. I got you, bro. I got you. Quan said, I don't know what to think about the game. I've lost my patience with this season. I'm thinking about 2025 already. Hey, Quan, 2025 is going to be an unknown, bro. An unstinking known. So I'm with you. I'm with you in the sense that I'm almost, it's a shame because I love Carolina football. But, you know, I'm just ready to stinking wipe the slate clean. You know, when you just need hey, you know what? I'm just ready to start from the beginning and try to fix this thing, bro. And let's just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. That's just kind of where I'm at, bro. Banana Man said, money down. Collins brings out the pool noodles. Rec puts Collins in a headlock and the refs stop both fights. Nah, I'm not going to say that, Rec. I'm not going to say that. Even though basketball season is great, no, I'm not going to say it, bro. I can't say it. I can't say it, bro, because I'm not one of those thinking Carolina fans, and you know that I'm not one of those Carolina fans. I'm just ready for my boys to be good, dude. I'm ready for my boys to be good. So it's just been it's been a defeated couple of years, dude, and it's wearing on everybody, man. It's wearing on everybody. Anybody else want to call into the show, man? Give me your score prediction. Your scary something scary that's happened to you. I put my hair up. Well, I don't have any hair, bro. So, and I can't put anything up because I don't expect Carolina to stink and win. So, a chin strap beard. I don't know if my, I don't know if my stinking job will let me do the chin strap beard, brother. It's slightly unprofessional looking. So, that's funny, though, dude. That's stinking funny. The Army got yours? Yeah, the Army got mine, too, Banana Man. Yep. It never came back
Rec
after
Talk is
that
going
day.
to get upset when our defense starts lifting weights
Wear a
on the
mask.
sideline.
Rec Talk's going to get upset when our defense start lifting weights on the sideline. I hear you, Preston. So, yeah, man. Yeah, it's going to be – I'm excited about the game. Always excited about it. And I'm excited for everybody that's going to be there because it definitely is, bro. I love Kenan Stadium. It's one of my favorite places to be, bro. It's like a cathedral for me. I love it. I stinking love it, man. So, and I can't wait to get there in November. I don't care if Carolina's 3-7. I'll go over there, have a good time with my boys, man, and stinking and take it all in, dude. Every year I stinking love it. So, yeah, if there's no more callers, man, if we don't got anybody calling in, we'll go ahead and wrap up the show, man. I said in my preview and prediction show, 27-21 Tech. You know, I don't think that their offense, it's not been firing on all cylinders. It's not been as good as I kind of anticipated it being, but I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if, I got you, Rec. I got you, brother. I would not be surprised in the slightest if, you know, Georgia Tech ended up stinking scoring in the 30s or 40s, dude. You know, you just never know with this stinking team what you're going to get. And then, you know, how much is Carolina legitimately going to be able to score in this football game? I think we've averaged 18.5 points on offense in the past 2 games. So, you know, you don't stinking know, bro. You don't stinking know. So, like Banana Man said, hey, keep Western North Carolina in your prayers, man. The videos and the photos of that area, it really is, man. It's devastating. It's heartbreaking. And if you can, bro, time and supplies, please get out there and do something for our fellow Tar Heels, man. Donate whatever you can do, man, because, I mean, those are people's lives that have been changed forever, man. And it really is, man. It's just, it's so sad. And, you know, that's an area where I'm looking at possibly spending the rest of my life once I retire and come back to the promised land, you know, Western North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee. But, yeah, just what's happened over there, man, is just, it's terrible, man. So I appreciate everybody stinking hanging out. Do me a favor, hit that like button on your way out, man. Come and hang out on Saturday for the live reaction and watch party. We'll watch the Heels defend Kenan, see if we can get back in the win column and erase some of this bad stinking taste that we seem to always have when the Yellow Jackets come to the house. And if you're not doing anything, probably here in a couple minutes, man, I'll be over on Rec Talk's channel, you know, hanging out with him for a little bit to end the night, man. So appreciate you guys. I love you, Tar Heel Nation. And I appreciate everything you guys do. And I'll see you on Saturday, baby. How about them Heels? Hey, like I said, like I always say, throughout the day, bro, you keep your chin up and your stinking chest out because you're a Tar Heel. Hey, it's the best thing to be in the world, bro. Feet in the ground, not going anywhere. We're going to be here till the very end, bro. Win, lose, or draw. So, love you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out a little bit shorter show tonight. Come hang out with me over on Rec Talk's channel, and we'll catch you on the next one, baby. Go Heels.